How's it going, everyone? Sinister of the Gaming section bringing you an interview with the dev. Before introduce my guest, hope you guys enjoy the content. Be sure to leave us a like. So without all that being said, gonna let our guest introduce himself.
Hello everyone, I'm Metal Invader, the lead dev, artist, animator, writer, and maybe some other things of Hellslinger.
Okay. All right. First things first. What got you into gaming?
It started very early in my life. I got a very old computer in the 90s that ran mostly MS-DOS games and a Famicom, and I just got hooked by it instantly. Like I was 5 years old and I was already playing on those systems. Uh, it was immediate for me.
Okay. Um, like any favorite game in particular?
From that era,
Oh, like or just any game, any of your favorite games.
I have so many. I can't name just one game that is my favorite. Like from the recent years, Undertale, from back then, Sunset Riders,
Okay.
Fear, the
Okay.
shooter. I don't know, so many games. Uh, uh, oh yeah, Battle City from the Famicom or the NES.
Okay.
Um, the Shatterhand, you know that one?
Yeah. Shadowhand. Yep.
Yeah, well, I played here in Argentina. We had the ROM for the Japanese version,
Yeah.
Tokyushirei Soulbrain, it was called. I love that game so much. I have a lot of time playing games in my life. I'm 32 years now.
Uh-huh.
Next month I'm 33.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of experience with games.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, because for me, I started in the '80s, like with the arcades, Atari, and
Oh,
Nintendo, that kind of
nice.
thing.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Even PCs like the old Commodore 128 64 one slash 128.
Huh,
So yeah, it's always good like interview
nice.
those who have gaming experience. But gonna lead me to the next question. About your project. What's it called? Just to let the viewers out there know.
I'm working on Hellslinger. That be Hell from Hell and Slinger from Gunslinger. It's not the cleverest name, but I like it. It's a retro shooter
Hmm.
or boomer shooter, however you like it to call it most. Um, it's a power fantasy game. Uh,
Hmm.
that means you kick ass seriously with a wide range of weaponry against hordes of enemies.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, because I went to your YouTube channel and I saw a little trailer of it. It's like when I got the vibe from it, it's like, I see you're influenced by Doom and probably Wolfenstein from back in the '90s.
I played a lot of Wolfenstein when I was a child, yeah. Doom 2, more than Wolfenstein, I love Doom. The soundtrack was amazing. It made me a metalhead in the day.
Right,
Duke Nukem 3D too. I love
right.
that game. Have the jewel case. But yeah, those games influenced me. So did Blood.
Okay,
That game most than the others, I think. Um but yeah, those were big influences.
okay.
Also
Um,
Painkiller.
okay. When did the idea come about? Like, on your project, Hellslinger.
Oh, originally it was gonna be a comic book,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, but I back in at that time, like 3 years ago, I think I decided to begin the project.
Uh-huh.
I was drawing, and I thought I know how to animate more or less. Why don't I try to animate weapons for a potential game and see what happens?
Okay.
Um, and animated the revolvers for the protagonist. Um, and I tried with my brother who loves the Doom engine too.
Okay.
Um, Back in the day, he doesn't work on the project, but he helped me to try to put the weapons in game. I liked how it looked, and I presented the project on a Facebook page for game developers from South America.
Okay.
And there I met Alpha End, who is our current programmer, who's been on the project since the very beginning.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and our ex-sound designer, Leon Carrizo. And now, well, the project has expanded a lot. Now we have Core Sodin as our sound designer, and he does other stuff too for the game.
Uh-huh.
And Chester Mesaros for level design and combat design.
Okay. How many people are working on this project? Other than aside from you.
Oh, we are me, Chester,
Mhm.
Core Sodin, and Alpha End.
Okay. Well, it's kind of cool. Like everybody has like their own strengths, bringing all their skills together. You know that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. No, it's great. I have the luck to have met people who are very talented in what I do because this is my first project, really.
Okay.
Uh, I was like throwing myself on the deep end of the pool,
Right.
seeing what happened, and
Right.
luckily there were really talented people there helping
Oh,
me to
well, that's
help.
cool.
Yeah,
That's like that sink or swim situation, huh?
yeah. Because I knew what I wanted to do for the most part, but I had zero experience with it.
Okay.
So yeah, the good thing that was I is that I can rely on people who they know what to do too.
Okay. It's cool. Like before you started working on it, did after meeting, the people that you network with, did y'all like just say come together, like you say you pitched your ideas and you thought, you reach out to everyone out there like who can help you out.
I got or how was the thing? For the most part, I reached out to the, as I said, to the Facebook page. Alpha End or programmer joined it up immediately, followed by our ex-sound designer, and we started working. Just like see what happens, right? I had the plan for the story. It was rudimentary at the time. It wasn't finished yet, and
Okay.
I had the plans for the weaponry. The weaponry was
Uh-huh.
the thing that impulsed the project first. It started like a WAD for Doom, right?
Uh-huh.
With generic props for Doom and everything else, except for the weaponry for the main character.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and then I started posting stuff on Twitter,
Okay.
and it got noticed pretty quickly, thankfully.
Mhm.
And like a year later, we got contacted by British Barner, who leads Hellslinger Studios, the
Okay.
publisher. Great people, and he helped me connect with our current level designer, Chester Mesaros,
Okay.
uh, and he helped expand the team a bit. Uh, that's mostly the contacts we made on the way until today. With Corsodin now,
Uh-huh.
uh, we have a really solid team.
All right, that's cool. About your studio, like, well, what's the name of your studio, and then how did you come up with the name?
Oh, my studio is Hellworks team.
Okay.
I just like the theme of hell, and
Okay.
it wasn't really cerebral. Really, I
Right.
just thought it sounded cool.
Well, that's okay. That's cool. It's cool. All right. About the main game itself, what's the storyline about? Without giving away too much.
Okay, you play as the titular character, the Hellslinger,
Hmm.
who back in when she was alive, she
Hmm.
was a very prolific gunslinger and an outlaw on the far west, um, who earned her money by robbing banks, getting
Uh-huh.
into shootouts with the law enforcement. One fatigue day, she screws up badly
Uh-huh.
uh, and gets killed, uh, and finds herself trapped in hell. Centuries pass of down there being tortured until one day she decides the punishment has been enough and she wants
Okay.
to get out. Um, so she meets someone who
Okay.
offers her a helping hand into getting out of hell in exchange for a favor to kill Abaddon, the main general of hell, the supreme general, who wants to invade Earth and destroy all life there. She accepts the proposition, and
Hmm.
her journey begins. Of course, that's the very basics of it.
Okay.
There's a lot of more going on, but I don't wanna give
Give
it.
away too much.
Yeah, exactly. But it will be very cool, a very cool story. The game is very story driven.
The story driven. Okay. Of course, leads me to my next question. What did you use to develop the game?
You've seen Shizidum.
Okay.
Um, I don't know if you're familiar with it.
That's new to me because cause
Ah,
usually
okay.
yeah, okay, yeah, because like from past interviews, like the most common ones I've been hearing is basic from Unreal Engine to Unity.
Yeah, yeah.
There was another one, but I can't think of the name at the moment.
Okay. Shizidum is like a source port from the original Doom from the 1993.
Okay,
Um, it's a massive overhaul, really. It's not the same engine anymore, but it's like based on it. It's free for commercial use. Um, and it's continually developed. It's not like we're using the 1990 thing. It's They keep adding new elements to it, new
okay,
capabilities. It's really cool. And for my
okay,
project, the project of me and the team,
okay,
is like the perfect engine since
okay,
it's all based on sprites and my drawings are 2D already. It's it's the same basically.
okay. Or basically, what's the presentation like? Is like, are there like any cutscenes or do you have like,
Yes, yes. Cutscenes that we already made one. It's like you remember Max Payne,
yes,
the cutscenes that they were like a comic book.
comic book panels? Yes.
Yeah, we're aiming for the same thing. We're doing the same thing basically,
Oh,
with voice acting and everything.
oh, okay, that's
Uh,
cool.
yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Really cool. The one we already made back last year,
Hmm.
it really looks really cool.
Okay. As for the voiceovers, is it in Spanish or do you plan on releasing it later in English?
It's already in English.
Okay.
We might make a Spanish version at some point. I don't know, or maybe with subtitles. But the game is already in English.
Okay, that's cool. And other than that, basically gonna move on to the gameplay of it. Since it's an FPS, like besides like the two main characters, I want to ask about the who's the other character. I think her name's like Veronica, from what I'm saying, from I gathered from the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah, Veronica. Yeah, the idea for the game is that we'll make four-player characters.
Uh huh.
The main character, obviously, is Hellslinger herself.
Okay.
Uh, it's her story. The other characters are there because I really like the idea of having more characters for fun. They
Yeah.
don't affect the story. They just are cool to play as. Veronica is like a mercenary from modern times,
Okay.
with heavy body armor and modern current weaponry. Don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Honest Gamer. He has a question for you. It's like, does this game have open world elements implemented into it?
Open world elements? No, not really.
Okay.
It's no, it doesn't have open world elements, but it has exploration in between the maps.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of the maps, like, what are some of the areas are going to be like?
Oh, one cool thing we'll have like the game will be segmented in um, hell, regular hell world,
Hmm.
and places based on real life places
Okay.
and eras, right? Like World War One, the Middle Ages, the Wild West, but twisted by hell. You were gonna traverse all those areas,
Okay.
facing enemies that will be based on that on those settings too.
Well, okay. That's cool. As far as like what weapons like is the Hellslinger gonna have other than the basic weapon?
Oh, she already has the shotgun is a three barrel shotgun
Okay.
that she can dual wield. The cool thing is the single barrel shot, the single version of it, the Hellbane, we call it. You shoot the three barrels at once. If you have it dual, it's like you keep the pulling the trigger, and it's like an automatic shotgun. As one shotgun gets empty, she reloads it while she shoots the other. So it's a continuous rate of fire.
Okay.
She has a Gatling gun, of course, because Gatlings started on the middle in the Wild West.
Right.
So she has one that she can dual wield too. You notice
Okay.
that there's a current pattern with dual wielding things in Hellslinger.
Well, okay.
Uh, you have a grenade launcher, a lever action grenade launcher, to make it more wild western.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
there's a lot of guns.
okay. Yeah, because like usually like some shooter games like that, usually they're like, oh, they have like a shop there. Hey, like, hey, you want to upgrade your gun or you want to like add more power, more ammo? Does this game have something like that? Or basically, if you take out enemies, you probably have to scatter around to find ammo.
Ah, um, for the weaponry and the ammo, you can harvest ammo from the enemies
Hmm.
in certain ways, like with grenades. You can, or dynamite stick in the case of a Hellslinger. You throw at a bunch of enemies and they'll drop ammo. So you can replenish a bit of your ammo that way. There also are ammo drops on the floor.
Uh-huh.
You can explore them up to get them. Um, I think that was your question.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, that's
Okay.
cool. Yeah. As far as like challenges, like does this game have like difficulty levels, like easy, normal, hard, ultra hard, that kind of thing, or
Yes.
is just
Yes, we have that. We have the easy difficulty that will be more like a narrative one I want to make for people who aren't proficient at gaming or
Mhm,
at shooters, but they
mhm,
want to see the story. There will be
right,
that. There are normal, hard,
mhm,
and there's also the there are five difficulties, and the hardest one, enemies do deal double the damage,
mhm.
and there are no health pickups. You can only get health. Sorry,
Hell, yeah.
yeah. You can only gain health by melee killing enemies.
Okay. So basically, they do more damage to you as you do damage to them.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, it's a challenge.
Right. Okay, that's cool. And all. Other than that, how many levels do you think this game's gonna have? Are there any like in-game bosses? And
We haven't made bosses yet. Yeah, we have one. Sorry, not like for the story itself,
uh-huh,
because there are like enemies that are like connected to the narrative
uh-huh.
more directly. We have already one who is like a challenge,
Right.
um, but yeah, there will be like 20 maps I think so far
Okay.
planned for the game.
Uh-huh. That's cool. Hey, how you doing, Rosanna? Thank you for dropping in. Okay. Yeah. Just to continue on, I say like, what platform are you planning on releasing this game on?
Platforms.
Yeah.
It will be PC only so far,
Okay.
because CC Doom has some issues with other platforms, yeah, systems as far as I know. It will be on Steam,
Uh huh.
and we plan on releasing it on GOG too, on GOG. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Rosanna, I'm doing good. Yeah. How about yourself? But yeah, because I mean, Steam's always got a good platform because, like I said, like other developers I also interviewed, they're planning on putting their games on Steam because they had a good experience with them. Of course, like in your case, like how was your experience working with Steam?
Oh, so far, I haven't done anything. My publisher has worked with Steam for me.
No,
Uh,
well,
I
well,
just
they.
go
Mhm.
to the community hub
Uh-huh.
to see what people say of the demo we released. But it's okay, I think.
Okay,
It works well, as far as I know.
okay, yeah. As far as a demo goes, like, do you plan on releasing one, or is it already out?
It's already out.
Okay,
We updated it last week, I think. It was a small update, just fixing a player
bugs here.
movement thing.
Okay,
Yeah, but the demo is already out. It's
oh,
there and it's also on itch.io.
okay,
If you don't use Steam for some reason, it's okay. It's already on itch.io too.
okay.
You can play as Hellslinger and Veronica on the demo.
All right, all right. To the audience out there, when you plan on releasing the full version?
I can say really not
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
We are far from like establishing a release date yet. We have to work on the campaign
Okay.
full, like, but we're working on it constantly.
Okay.
So hopefully it won't be that long.
All right. That's cool. I mean, yeah, because basically, I mean, you want to take all the time you need because basically you don't want to release a broken game out there and
Yeah,
get negative feedback. I mean, because I mean, think about it, this is your first project. It's like the last thing you need is just massive negative feedback. It's like, hey, this game's
yeah.
incomplete and this
No,
and
no, no.
that.
Of course, we want to take our time with it. It's
Uh-huh.
better, as you said, better have a great release
Mhm.
than throw it off to the door and see what happens. Like, right? We want
Right.
to give a first great impression and make the things right.
Right. That's cool. But other than that, usually I throw this question out there like, hey, say like your game is successful. Do you plan on releasing like expansions for it, or working on like a sequel, or basically the third option is just probably move on to your next project in the future? That is.
Um, I mean, I already have plans.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know if it's wise for me to say those plans
Right. Well.
because they probably they are tied to the current
Mm-hmm.
project,
Right.
but I'll keep the cards for
Mm-hmm.
myself at this point.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that's understandable. Because I know, because you don't want to give out too much, and then probably you get to that point, it's like, I don't think it was such a good idea to work on this, and things like that. So you don't want to regret that later. So yeah,
I'm
I mean,
very confident. I'm very
you're right.
confident on the project.
Yeah,
I think the plans will go well. So it's more like I don't want to spoil surprises, maybe.
you're right. I mean, yeah, that's great because like you want to keep things tight and probably release little hints here and there. Probably
Yeah.
down the road, probably whenever you get close to completion, then you probably can expand a little bit more, which is cool and all. Yeah. Other than that, that's basically all the good questions I have at the moment. I was like I said, like anybody in the chat, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them now. So, um, but in case if you don't, yeah, we can go ahead and conclude this. And before we leave out, yeah, you want to give out to like your social medias, like where anybody can find you at.
Yeah, you can follow the project Hellslinger at on Twitter
Hmm.
at Hellslinger Game.
Okay.
You can find my personal one, Invader of Metal at Invader of Metal on Twitter. Wait, give me a second. Let me check if that's right. My personal one.
Okay.
Yeah, Invader of Metal on Twitter. Um, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, folks, like I said, I'm your host, Sinister of the Gamer Section. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed this. Like anybody, that missed out on it, I mean, you can catch the replay. And like I said, shout out to Honest Gamer and Rosanna. Thank y'all for for dropping through. So anyways, before I close out, yeah, you can also follow me on Twitter at Conscious19 and on Instagram is Sinister1019. And then that concludes the show, y'all. I'm out. Peace.
All right. Bye bye. Nice to
Mhm.
meet you.